check window go.
Close the closet door.
No, that requires physical movement.
Thanks for the host,
You like my
Hex. I
pile
appreciate
of
that very much.
crocheted accoutrement over here?
Perfect.
It's fine.
Good to go.
You are now simulating what we're experiencing on the battlefield. Oh. No, you're not.
The light, it burns us. Alright, we're hosted by Hex, and we're live, and...
Okay. So, hi.
Yes,
hello,
I do
welcome.
have flux, because... eyeballs.
Eyeballs are important.
Eyeballs.
Overrated.
You only get one set. They're kind of important.
But there's two in that set. Take them.
The average amount of eyeballs a human has is less than 2.
I hate when you do that.
We're gonna move on from that.
Those were arms and legs.
And testicle.
We're just gonna move on.
I'd say probably far less than 1.
Welcome back to Ghost of Saltmarsh.
If you just did men, it's still less than 2.
Yeah. So, last we left off, our intrepid band of adventurers, upon escaping some dangerous water with some spectral adversaries in it, realizing that their ship had taken some damage, and through a couple of contacts and their new friend, realized that, oh, hey, there's a small port town. We can get this ship fixed at real quick, and it'll be fine, and we'll just be a quick in and out, no problem. 20-minute adventure. It was, in fact, not a 20-minute adventure. We're going to take a pause here for a second, because the cats are more important than my recap.
Cats.
I'm paying attention.
Thanks for the host.
No.
We aren't. We know you're paying attention.
No.
We aren't.
And Leah's full screen. Cats.
They're not going for it.
They're watching it, though.
Can you guys see it on the camera?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the whole stream can see it.
Get it. Get it. Put it on the wall. No?
Mother, are you in control of the red dot?
Buy into the red dot.
Oliver's like, no, I see the truth.
Yeah,
I
Oliver's
cannot
like, I'm
unsee
just
it.
gonna stare at you.
But I just ate. I'm sleepy now.
Make it rain! You can do it.
Oh, it's moving way too fast.
There you go. No, she's into it.
Alright, I want to thank you, Leah, because I got pet bits from Jill's.
Yay!
I appreciate you.
He's got a butt wiggle. There we go.
Briar's like, run!
Get the fuck out of the way! Fine!
Get it. Come here. He's like hiding behind the scratcher.
Fuck off, Briar.
Yeah, Briar's gone. I don't know where she is. Okay, well. Oh no, she's right there. False alarm.
There was
Right from the dot.
There was suddenly an orange green fluff ball after me. Yes, I ran away.
Anyhow. Briar's over it, I think. Not really sure. I think she's over it.
Okay. Where was I?
Sorry.
So quick in and out, 20-minute adventure, get the ship fixed, go back to Saltmarsh, figure out what the plan is, and wait for Elena's phone call to say, come pick me up.
What is a
Yes. Metaphor.
There we go. Alright, I'm in accent. I got this.
So yeah, you guys came into the port town, essentially was like, okay, crew, it's like 3 a.m., don't wake the town, but go ahead and you can get off the boat for a little bit. After a little bit of investigation and just kind of wandering around town, it realized that the town was abandoned, it seemed, like just entirely empty, which on its own is not the weirdest thing in the world, but Vera's was only here a couple days ago and they said it was bustling. So
A lot has changed in a couple days.
a lot has in fact changed in a couple days. So Merrick, fearing this town had some form of, whether it be sinister secret to hide or, just general something's off.
Hey, that's the name of the thing.
It is.
Wow.
We did it, guys!
Yeah. Merrick went off through the town ordering the officers and guests of the time to stay on the boat, and he went and gathered the crew. While he was gathering the crew, Ryba did a Ryba.
Son of a bitch.
I was compelled.
Yeah.
Power of bubbles compel you.
Yeah, Ryba's loyal pet and very dear friend, Mr. Bubbles, was like, "Hey, you should go into town." And Ryba was like, "But Captain said no." And the fish was like, "What's he gonna do? Go into town. I have a friend here. Go find him for me." Upon essentially following the guidance of the fish through town, you came to the town hall where there appeared to be a staircase into a dead-end wine cask. And you spent several minutes there, which gave the rest of the party time to catch up to Ryba. And upon finding a secret switch, you came through to some sort of underground, not cave system, but like tunnel system, like properly carved and fancy. And as you guys make it past the first room that seemed to just have a couple of buckets of water, you open the door to a grand, well, not a modest. You open the door to a statue of Ryba.
He looks nothing like me.
Proceeding down the hallway,
Who is this man?
Ryba then proceeds to recognize everyone else on the hallway. Where you then, at the other end, came to a metal door that seemed to have a man on the other side of it listening to you as you found out. Upon being let into this room, it was determined that this is, for lack of a better term, a franchise branch of Ryba's old friend group.
Co-workers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should have known to
The
kill them right
Southern
away.
Scientology office.
Yeah. Upon some discussions being had, the members of the local branch, "Hey, can you come back? Now's not a good time." And you guys are like, "Yeah, well, I don't know. We can ask the guy in charge." And everyone looked at the fish, and the fish is like, "You have failed me for the last time." Bam! Tentacles shoot up out of the ground, centered on one of the guys. And that's where we left off, so before we actually roll initiative, I need a strength save from you guys that are in the bubble. I will say, friendly, air quote friendly people will have advantage on it. But,
Okay.
so, let me roll
Surely
some
not
dice.
me.
You are in the bubble.
I am. Yeah.
Surely not me.
Let me quickly
Briar's
roll...
on the top of the tower screaming, by the way.
Let me quickly roll
Does
some...
does Merrick count as being in it?
does merit count as being in it?
If it was a square, yes.
Here's the way I'm going to rule this, since it's a circle on a grid. 3 of the 4 corners of the tile you're in are not in it, so I'm going to say no. Does that feel fair?
Sure. I was good either way. I just
I-
wanted the yay or nay.
Just wanted to make sure that seemed fair. So, fail.
Serial.
That's a nat 1. And fail.
That's
so
awesome.
all 3 of them failed. So you guys that succeeded take 11 necrotic damage.
Except for me, right?
And with that, I need an initiative from you guys.
That doesn't sound like a yes.
So yeah.
21. Nope.
Oh,
Didn't have my dude selected.
21. Yeah, I'm honestly I'm using D&D Beyond's for my stuff anyway. So
Okay.
Does that say naval flave?
It does.
Okay.
It was a joke from last time.
okay. So 17, 11.
I just gotta turn my AC off, but I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Just 1 second.
17, 11. What'd you roll, Hobble?
8.
Okay. So, oh, thanks D&D Beyond for actually filling out initiative for me.
Wow.
Neat.
Hey, do me a favor and just ignore the names on that, would you?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
Just assume that one's because of the beverage.
Just ignore those. Anyway, so
The
first
fireball cleric.
air quote surprise round's done. The tentacles then lash up out of the ground, grabbing or kind of just not really lashing onto like you guys because everyone made the save here, in the party at least, and just kind of as you kind of back up out of the way, you get hit by them. The tentacles seem to actually shoot up and wrap around the other 3 guys in the tunnel, and actually seem to impair them. Actually, I need to mark their damage off real quick because they took damage. No, not that much damage. That's a lot of damage. They did not take that much.
That's a lot of damage.
So,
That's a lot of damage.
first up is actually Ryba. So,
Hello,
your goldfish just attacked your new friends.
Yes.
Mr. Bubbles. This is not how we make friends. That's in character.
Yeah. Friendly reminder, you were all asked to deposit your weapons in a box that is not currently, or that is currently under Mr. Bubbles' token. So, yeah. So when
Is
it comes
Mr. Bubbles in that space? Or...
No, Mr. Bubbles would be sharing a space with Ryba in this
Okay.
case.
Yeah, he's technically like me.
Let me give him the spider.
Make him tiny.
There we go.
Yeah. Tiny fishman.
Because it's the first
I get
time
rid of my
that's ever-
tentacle artwork.
So yeah, your guys' weapons are, or the weapons that you deposited are in the box. Because I know a couple of you guys, or Merrick, you held on to a couple things. So
I still have a shield.
about-
I'm gonna shield bash the fuck out of somebody's shins. My shins!
you're at the right level for that. Anyway, Ryba, what do?
I'm trying to talk Mr. Bubbles down. This is not how we make friends, Mr. Bubbles. I'm upset we missed Taco Tuesday as well.
Give me a charisma check. Or actually, persuasion.
Charisma?
Persuasion.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
Well,
16.
okay.
Does that beat an Eldritch God?
I don't know. Let me bring up his stats and figure out if that beats an Eldritch God.
See how sassy he's feeling.
He's very persuadable. He's a people pleaser.
Skeletal. They said, you should be a goldfish, and he said, okay.
He's had got enough of Model's bullshit.
So, alright, you try to talk Mr. Bubbles down with your turn. Let's just say Mr. Bubbles' work goes on an initiative count of 20 as if it were a layer action, because that's convenient.
Okay.
So you literally just say, this is not how we make friends.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. You just get a very, back in your own mind at this point, no one else's, their insignificant squabbles have cost me greatly. That's it.
It's still rude.
Anyway, up next, the new kid on the block,
Varys.
Varys.
Box open beside me or box closed?
Box is open. Weapons just kind of haphazardly sticking out of it. I will say, action to retrieve your weapons.
Okay,
So,
that is fair. I am going to grab my scimitar out of the bucket and probably really have to rummage for stuff.
Yeah.
And then as a bonus action...
also, make sure your shield is actually ticked off since you don't have that on you, right? Did you leave your shield?
I kept it on me.
Okay, well then never mind.
They said weapons.
They did, and I'm just trying to remember who gave what in a moment because a lot happened.
Totally fair.
So.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to draw my hand over my scimitar and cast Searing Smite.
Okay. So, I believe that is concentration. So,
It is.
let me mark you with a concentration icon. We established there was no good concentration icon in this game, didn't we?
It's just, I normally just put a dot on my icon.
Okay,
So
purple
with
dot
that
is
Now
concentrating.
you got the concentration dot.
And then anybody with a dot.
Yeah, purple dot is
Yeah.
concentration. I might use some of the other dots for other things.
Charisma is my spellcasting ability for that. Serious might. Okay. I ticked it off,
All right.
and that is my whole turn. I'm gonna stay there.
Okay. Is that your turn then?
Actually, I will move because I can move. I'm gonna move one step here so that the box is free for more people to get in there.
Okay.
And then that's my turn.
All right. Next up is, I believe I don't have the names in front of me, but I believe it was Sir Pagus, the one leading the discussion from earlier.
Yes.
And now that you're actually right up on top of him, you can kind of see that, like, he has this mask that was carved out of wood, but under it you can see his skin is like purple and scaly, and you swear for a second you see a gill under his robe, but you're not 100% on that. And he's just going to, in a moment of panic with everything happening, he's going to just reach out and try and do a melee attack against you with his hand. I don't think a 14 hits, does it?
On me?
Yeah.
Or on who? No, it doesn't hit.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. What is the action? Okay, so he
I
kind
hit
of reaches
18
through.
AC.
So you kind of
Dot, dot,
see
dot,
like
dot,
him
dot,
reach
dot,
out,
dot.
and like small bits of almost. It looks like. Have you ever seen like an underwater welder? Like the videos of that where like
Yes.
it's like just bubbles with like plasma inside of them from the heat. You see like that kind of come off of his hand as he reaches out for you, but he can't
Yikes.
make purchase with it.
Gotcha.
Okay, that is an action as well. So that ends his turn. Up next is the guy behind him. You see them, again, still in these long, similar robes with a differently carved wooden mask in front of him. You kind of see him reach his hand out in front of you, and like water kind of, almost as if it's summoning water at his hand, and the water kind of forms into a rod and then has a ball on the top of it, and he kind of pushes his hand through the water and it solidifies into a morning star that at the very end of it, instead of spikes, it appears to be like intricately carved tentacles made of ice.
Gotcha. That's the second guy here?
Yeah, and he's going to 5 10, because he can't stand in the same space as his ally. Is going to come up and try make one melee attack against both Varys and Merrick. So,
When he tries to attack Merrick, I'd like to use my reaction.
we will get to that in a moment. So first things first. That's a 19 to hit on you this time, Varys.
Does hit me.
Okay. That does 4 ice damage.
Okay.
As this,
And then I have to make a concentration check.
Yeah, give me the concentration check.
Would be DC 10.
Yeah, you're fine. You keep your smite. And as he kind of hits you, and like one of the prongs of like the ice on the Morning Star breaks off as he hits you, and he kind of spins around and goes to hit Merrick with the next attack. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say a 7 doesn't hit Merrick.
No.
Okay.
So
Does he need to hit or just make an attack against?
just
an
when he
ally?
makes an attack against a creature other than me. When he's within 5 feet of me.
Oh, you're going to be a problem. Okay.
Sentinel.
Yeah, when a creature
Yes,
within
you
5
can.
feet of me makes an attack against a creature other than me, I can use my reaction. So I just get to make an attack against him.
Alright, go ahead and make your attack.
I didn't have my scimitar equipped. Just 3 seconds. There we go.
Yep.
Damn. Where do click make things
Also, worth noting, you have advantage because flanking.
happen? Fair.
So go ahead and roll again, just to take the higher. So you take
Okay, nice.
you grab your scimitar out of the box and you kind of have him come over and you get hit in your side as you're grabbing it, and you kind of see him whip around and you just instinctively flip back and you take your scimitar across him and you hear your scimitar hit metal.
Okay.
Which is worth noting because he's only wearing robes. So,
Okay.
but like, go ahead and give me a perception check at that point. Just to kind of.
Another percent.
Yeah, man, that's weird. That's weird. That's weird. Why did I hear metal?
Metal Road
Oh,
is the future.
I must have hit somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
so
Yeah,
it does not count as a hit though.
No, you miss.
Yeah. Okay.
So, man, must hit the box or something.
I like check my scimitar, see if it's like chipped on the box or something.
All right. Next up is the next guy. He's going to do a very similar move with the Ice Morning Star. I'm not going to describe it again because we're on a time limit here.
Star.
He's going to actually stand where his friend is for a second, and he's going to make a athletics check to see if he can kick the box into Ryba to make more space for him to stand. So... okay. So you watch this guy make this scimitar out of ice, and you watch him just kind of rear back and go for like a full-on Sparta kick on this box to do it, and he kicks it, and his foot goes through it, and he's stuck.
Yeah.
Basically, he rolled a 1.
3 daggers are in there.
Yay.
A chance that he stabbed himself in the leg.
Darkness.
You know what? I'll be fair here. How many weapons are in the box at the moment?
I have 3 daggers.
Okay.
I have.
I don't know what else is in there.
There's a hand crossbow,
There's a giant axe, a mace,
a rapier.
a crossbow. So there's 2 crossbows.
Okay. You know what? I feel generous. I'll call it a 25% chance of him.
Alright,
hurting
that's
himself.
fair.
I rolled percentile, and he rolled a 29.
Oh,
So,
At least felt it.
My,
His
Yeah.
body was like, oh god.
yeah, it's very close. And you know what? He's basically grappled to the box at this point. That ate his action. So,
nice.
yeah. So he's now basically in the same space as the box. Merrick. Also, at this point, Arms of Hadar is an instant cast, so that was just as a reference for me. So that is not there anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Merrick, you're up.
Well, I got a couple of daggers,
You do
so
have a couple of daggers.
I'm gonna hold one in each hand and take a swing at the guy that was taking a swing at me.
All right.
At here, go.
Advantage because flanking.
Yep. I should have. Okay.
All right. So you take your dagger and you saw Varys's whole scimitar glancing off thing. You're like, okay, that's weird. I know. I'll aim for somewhere that isn't typically armored, and you go in with your hand, and you stab, and you find purchase on another piece of metal. And because your passive perception's 23,
Yes.
as you go in for the stab, you notice that your hand just kind of passes through his cloak, as if it's not there.
Okay. That's weird.
Give me.
Would
give me
it be a investigation to find out if this is an illusion?
Probably lean more towards investigation or arcana, and just kind of yeah. Yeah. So you kind of like in that moment, you spend a second, you kind of think for a second because you have illusion magic, you're familiar with it. It's not one you've seen before, but it does appear that what he appears to be wearing is not what he's actually wearing. So,
okay. That was the reason why I suggested investigation, because that's usually the like to discern an illusion kind of thing.
Okay. I can also see arcana. I can see arcana for that as well, though. So I mean, anyway. So yeah, first stab, you find purchase on a apparently way more heavily armored opponent than you thought. You do have a bonus action offhand stab if you would like it still.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the bonus action stab.
Okay.
Alright, so this is also with advantage. Let me just do advantage straight up this time. Hey! It's a crit!
Well, needless to say, now that you know what you're up against, you've managed to find a gap in the assumingly existent armor. I would roll the
awesome.
This is so what's your sneak attack at this level?
46.
Oh god. I think he's
so
just
24
dead.
Off the top.
He's just dead. So
dead, Jim.
You gave this man a Cuban necktie.
Do you want to roll it anyway, just for lulz? I mean, if you want to, you can. But
go for the high score.
Yeah.
The high score.
No, yeah, that has like the default crit rules.
24 there plus crit.
Yeah. Okay, so you rolled 19 on your sneak attack, 24 for the crit, and then you got 3 and then a D4. So,
well, it would be minus 3 off of that because the bonus attack with two-handed doesn't have the modifier.
Okay.
But
the 3 points is negligible in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you with that first stab, you go and you're like, oh, this guy's probably in full plate. What if they ever fix that problem with the neck armor, and you kind of like throw your offhand dagger into a hammer grip and just go for his, essentially like a hammer strike near his collarbone, and you just watch him and you like feel it get good purchase, and you just watch him lurch and then just go limp.
Rah!
So this man is dead.
All right, I will take a defensive posture and turn towards the other one. And
Yep.
Okay. So there's not really a shield bash in 5e. It's just kind of a what?
It is actually a feat. However, I'm gonna say improvised weapon rules in this case.
Yeah, that's what I was
getting
at before my roll 20 did a weird thing.
Yeah.
How do I put that back? What?
It would
I think
be
shield master let you knock someone prone or push him back. That's really the only advanced thing from it.
You can't really hit someone with a shield as written. So
it's you make a shove attack like it is. You either shove them to the floor or you shove them 10 feet back.
Yeah. However, if you want to just punch with it, essentially, I'll call that an improvised weapon. So that would be...
that's basically what it is. Is like if you want to do attack, it's just a flavor of unarmed strike. That's all it is.
Okay.
Well, you actually get a little bit more than unarmed strike. It's like a D4 or D6.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
D4 plus strength is unarmed or is improvised. Although you're not proficient with an unarmed or with an improvised weapon, but you are proficient with unarmed strike. So.
Oh.
My chat went away.
That's a problem.
No, in-game chat. Like I clicked on the thing and then it popped it out to the side and it just...
Oh, if you close it, it'll pop back.
Yeah, there is also the 3 lines at the very top by the scroll bar that could also bring it back over, I believe. Anyway.
If you double click and popped it out, you can just close the pop out.
Yeah, that didn't work for me. It said fuck you.
Refresh.
Where is Tyrion? There's Tyrion. Oh, you bastard. So one of them's dead, and I'm gonna
Well,
whack
that's-
one of them in the kneecap.
Okay.
That's-
Which one are you going to go for? Are you going to go for the one stuck in a box or the one not stuck in a box?
The one stuck in a box. I would like to
Okay.
hit him in the lower back because one leg is already
You-
stuck in the box.
You have
In a
advantage.
box.
You have advantage on him because his leg is stuck in a box.
That's this idiot,
So-
right?
That is that idiot. Yes.
Okay. Let's get two of you. 1, 2. And we do that of the roll. Let me see who is better. Yes, it's definitely you. Is there a bonus to this, or is it just a straight roll for something like
it
this?
would
Arm strike.
unarmed strike would be plus your strength modifier plus proficiency.
Gotcha.
At least I'm 99% sure you're proficient with unarmed strikes. So
Yeah, I think everyone is.
yeah.
So that
So.
is let's see, that is 17 to hit.
So you run up, you see this guy whose leg's stuck in a box, you see him kind of trying to pull it out, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna punch him in the back. And you punch him. And you know in cartoons when a character like hits something that's just metal and it just vibrate and spot for a second?
And I really do want to hit him with the side that's got the embossed out dragon face. I know it doesn't do any extra damage, but
no.
just the image of
No, you reach out to hit him and you just make contact with his armor and it doesn't make good purchase for doing damage on him.
You guys are made of vibranium.
These guys are in plate armor, which
No, it's
you know.
me.
yeah. So you know what their AC is then, because you have the same armor as them.
Heat metal.
So did it? It didn't dent the front of my shield, did it?
Your dragon face now looks like a pug.
Your shield's fine.
Okay. That's what I was worried about. Is pug dragon?
No. No, your shield's fine.
That takes a whole action. Do I want to use a spell for a bonus action? I don't think I have money to do that. Nope, not you. Nope, not you. These spells, you suck ass. I hate you.
You picked them.
Yeah, I know. It still doesn't mean I like them anymore. Where is
Doesn't
that?
mean I approve of any of my decisions.
Bold of you to assume I agree with my own life choices.
And as a bonus, because that's my whole action, is I'm going to do spirit weapon because I got nothing else to do.
Okay. You summon your spiritual weapon. I need to go get that token because I have not used that in a while.
Oh wait, I shared a picture of the pug dragon.
Oh, you have it. Okay. That is adorable.
I'm gonna have it try and whip this one, the one that's
Okay.
above.
All right. You do not get flanking with your spiritual weapon, so this would be a straight roll.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
However, this is a. Go ahead and make your attack. I'm not going to say anything, actually. I lied.
This one's the squishy.
Possibly.
That would be a. It doesn't hit, but it's a 19.
That does hit this one, actually.
Oh. Well, on hit,
We found the
target
squishy one.
takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spell casting.
Yeah. So 1d8 plus your wisdom,
Okay, yeah.
which I believe is 3. So
My wisdom is. You are correct. It is 3. 1d8
Yeah.
plus 3. Yay. If I can find my 1d8. I found it. It's also a 9.
Wow.
So that's 9 damage.
9.
9
All
damage.
right. You take your spiritual weapon and you whip it, and it seems like it hurts him.
Whip it.
Whip
real
it good.
All right.
Yeah.
And I believe that is your turn then.
Yes, I've done a
Elena!
bonus, I've done a major, and I moved a tiny bit.
Elena's not here. I don't know why they're in the initiative order. I can't remove them. Riva, you're up.
The ghost of my ancestors.
So
good job with whip sound.
I will say, your attempt to calm Mr. Bubbles down prevented him from escalating.
That's
But
something.
it seems that we're murdering them anyways, so...
Yay, my
To
thing is
be
back.
fair, they kind of swung for. Well,
Maybe.
it's complicated.
It is complicated.
I'm going to go ahead and back up.
Okay.
Give me an attack of opportunity from Mr. Box.
I need to double check the wording on Arms of Adar real
Look
quick.
at this bug dragon. Look what he put.
Oh, that was what the yell was about. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
It
Look
did
at
take its
this
turn, so it does
baby.
get its reaction back. It is a disadvantage because its leg's still stuck in the box.
Oh,
Okay.
your baby.
I accept that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's what
I
that.
rolled a 19 and a 20.
Oh, it completely misses.
It's a,
Uh,
yeah. So I'm assuming that hits. What is your AC?
It is.
Find that
Yeah.
one, Chills.
Okay. So
my hit
Oh,
is
mistake.
15.
okay, yeah.
Mistake
So
emotes.
it does 9 ice or cold damage is the official term, even though it's
Okay.
ice damage technically.
Ice.
Alright,
ice
I'm going to hit him back
Yeah.
with fire. You fight
Okay.
ice with fire. That only makes a hellish rebuke him.
Okay. What's your?
I don't use that often.
You don't.
40-10.
And that is a dexterity save. His leg's
Yep.
stuck in a box, so
Probably disadvantage
that's
on that.
disadvantage on that. So you. Let me just paint a picture real quick. So this guy's leg is stuck in a box, and it's like halfway through. Like his knees through it at this point. He's kind of got it laid down on the inside, so he can like take a moment to figure out what's going on. And he sees you back away, and he takes his mace, ice mace or Morning Star, takes a swing at you as you're not paying attention. It makes contact, and you just let fire erupt out of your back. And you turn around, and it's just a charred corpse.
Out of you.
Okay,
Did you
I'll take
murder
it.
him with a fart?
You triple murder
Sure.
him with a fart.
Oh lord.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dramatic.
That's worth the spell slot.
Yeah. So, Varys,
Hi.
unless Ryba has anything else I'd like to do.
It was my action. Or was it a reaction? That was a
That was
reaction.
a reaction. You still
I
have
can
your
still...
action.
Pew pew!
Okay.
Eldritch
Uh,
Blade.
Roll your
Eldritch
Eldritch block.
Blast.
How many do you get at this point?
What level am I?
7.
7? I think I only get 2 still.
Okay.
Only 2. Yep.
Yeah, it's at 10. It would go up.
So,
I think.
That's a 19.
that hits. So,
And that's a 13. So probably not.
that also hits, actually.
Oh! Okay.
All right. Now is that all you have?
That's all I have.
All right. Varys,
It me.
it you. What do?
I am. 1 second. I'm going to make 2 attacks against the guy right in front of me.
Okay.
Are you ready?
As ready as I will be. Go for
He's
it.
not flanked, is he?
No, the spiritual weapon does not count as flanked. So it's
So
just straight
here's
rolls.
1 attack.
Yes, Pondo is
That-
a
that
menace.
25
hit.
to hit.
That hits.
Here's
So is Hal.
the damage.
Okay.
And then I am going to
Uh,
use...
that's your first hit, so your smite would go off there, wouldn't
yeah,
it?
the smite will go off. Let me roll this. So Searing Smite, when I hit him, Weapon flares with white hot intensity. Attack deals an extra 1d6 fire damage to the target.
Okay.
So I will roll that. Causes the target to ignite in flame. At the start of each of its turns, until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, they take another d6 fire damage.
Okay.
If they succeed, if the spell ends.
Yeah.
If they take an action to put the fire out, they can also end it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use a maneuver. I'm going to use goading attack because I hit him. I can expend one superiority die to add the total to the damage. So that's a d6 again, which is a 3.
Okay.
He has to make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
All right.
Jesus.
I bumped something on
Crash
my
dice.
Hold on. What did I do?
It sounded like a metal die being thrown across the room.
That was a metal die being thrown across the room. I did something to my mixer.
Oh.
What?
Did that dice go to the diced gulag instead?
No, like there's static in my headphones now. What did I do?
Oh
No,
no.
but if it wins in the gulag, then it can drop back in with its squad.
What did I do?
Oopsie doo. There goes my gulag.
Nope, I don't like.
Don't like
Don't like
the
this.
gulag. I don't like that.
Is my audio any better?
Yeah, it is.
Go
Yes.
to
Stop talking
horny
anymore.
jail,
Awesome.
bonk.
I think I have a bonk emote actually.
I did something to
I
my mixer.
do have a couple bonk
What
emotes,
did I
actually.
do?
Here, you can have
He
both.
Bonks are the
crit
best.
rolled a 1 and fucked his own audio.
Oof.
Hmm. Leah superiority. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Don't they go up with level?
Whack
I thought
it.
that was something
You
that
get
went
him
up with
far-fetched.
levels. But yeah, Jill's played a fighter, so they'd know.
With what, sorry? Oh, they're
Jill's
D8s.
was
Okay.
saying they're D8s.
That's good to know. I think I might have had sneak attack in my brain. Oh, if I'd scrolled up, I would have also seen that they were D8s. I just don't like to read.
Just beating
Snake.
Psyduck with a leak. Okay.
I'm still in
Stay
shock
still,
from
static
learning.
hell.
I'm still in shock from learning about my goldfish is evil. That's a cartoon.
Just cannot believe
I
that
feel
that's
like
a thing.
when
It
you linked
bothers me
that,
on
I
a-
was like, I recognize that goldfish. I don't know that I ever saw it on TV, but like my brain is like, yeah, I know that cartoon.
Okay, I spent
I think-
spent a second unplugging and plugging things back in, and I don't know what I did, but I fixed it.
Oh, well.
Hold on. What
Oh,
did
it
Welcome
is
to
a
IT.
Canadian animated
Yep.
TV series.
Yep.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Hi. Sorry. Wisdom save.
It's made by Sardine Productions, just
It
so
wa-
you know.
Wow.
wisdom save, right? That's what I was
Wisdom
rolling.
save DC 15, yeah.
It rolled a 5.
It does not make it.
so
On
what
a
does it
fail,
do?
target has disadvantage on all attack rolls against targets other than me until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And then I make my second attack, which is going to be much simpler because it is just a normal attack, which is a 10 to hit, which is not going to hit.
It does actually.
It does. Okay, well, all right. I'll take it.
Yeah.
It's a 6.
Needless to say, those of you that have encountered one of these before, which would be everyone except Vera's, and technically Ryba, it's a bit out of its element. Okay, so that ends your turn, I believe, unless
That
you have
element
anything else you'd like to
is-
do.
On its turn, it will have to take fire damage, but I don't know whose
Okay.
turn it is.
So it is actually its turn. So,
Okay.
So that's a
Let's
con
see.
save.
At the
You
start of
said?
each of its turn, it makes a con save again. Yeah.
15.
That meets it, so it ends.
Okay. It is no longer on fire.
Short-lived.
It's
My dot can also be taken away.
Yeah.
My
Alright.
bloody dot. I got
Yeah.
it. I got it. There you go.
By dot.
It's going to Alright, well things devolved a lot faster than it thought they would, so it's reconsidering its options very quickly.
It is goaded.
Okay. So you watch as this thing starts taking a fairly hefty beating fairly quickly. It's definitely not. It doesn't want to be here right now, and you just kind of watch as it kind of like reels back for a second, and just kind of like throws its arms back and its head up, and just lets out this wail of abyssal, and just
Oh.
We're
Oh
getting
no.
to find an abyssal whale now. Hell yeah.
I need charisma saving throws from all of you.
Oh no.
I was good at charisma.
Oh no! Oh no!
Ooh, that's actually pretty good.
Oh no.
Oh no, you guys.
What you get, Hobble?
I rolled a 6.
Still rolling. I had to reopen my page after I reset it, so.
Charisma save when you get a moment.
Charisma.
Charisma.
Oh, actually, that wasn't a saving throw, but it's the Oh no, I have a +6 to charisma.
Nat 20.
Hang on.
So 24.
There's actually a difference on that.
Okay.
There you go. I didn't roll a save.
What is it? Wisdom and charisma or warlock proficiencies?
I think
Charisma and con.
Charisma,
I think.
Constitution.
Wisdom
actually.
charisma is me.
So, okay, so
That's right.
I get a bonus to my shoot because of Eldritch Reason.
so going through this in order, Varys saves. Merrick
Yay.
doesn't. Which one are you going with, Cube? The first or second one?
The save. The
Okay.
second one.
Then you make it, and Tyrion makes it. Hey, so Merrick, you're frightened of this for 1 minute.
Scary.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Man,
Very
did it have ideas that were reliant on you not doing it? It's gonna run away. It's gonna try to run away now and run
I'm
in
going to try to attack it.
there. By all means.
Hiya!
That hit.
Ooh.
And I also know for a fact Sentinel means it stops moving.
Yep.
So roll your damage.
There's a 6.
Yeah, you just kind of let this scream kind of watch as it goes, and you just take it right off of the heel, and it drops to one knee as it tries to run away and can't make it any farther. It's
Cool.
not looking great.
I really enjoy the idea of the spiritual weapon, like basically acting as a tripwire for him.
We love this.
The head of the whip just does like the Dikembe Matumbo. No.
Grabs him around the leg.
Anyway, that ends its turn. Both of them are dead. Merrick, you are frightened of it, even though it's on one knee and running away.
Avert your eye.
Alright.
You can
I
make
can-
this save at the end of your turn. Until then, I have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight, and you cannot willingly move towards it.
Let's see. I don't have to move away. Alright, well, I've got 2 daggers in my hand, so I'm gonna throw them.
We love the
Um,
commitment.
Yeah, fuck it.
They are with disadvantage because you are frightened. So, all right, go ahead and make your first throw then.
Do I want to do that? Actually, no.
Just kidding.
Since I am going to for my action cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
And
You get something with that when you first cast it, I think. So.
I don't know if I can do anything with it when I first cast it. The casting of it, and I'll put it in the chat. But it says I can use my action to control it, but I don't know if that includes the action that I use to cast it, since the casting time is an action. So maybe I just have the hand now.
You get a
And-
free move of it the turn it's cast. I could be wrong, but
I think so.
I mean, I'm okay with that, honestly.
that's always how we've used it.
Damn.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to go ahead and. No. I'm going to attempt to have it grab my hand crossbow that is within the pile of dude and broken box.
All right, do me a favor, just because I want to just see how fun this will be. Make you're an intelligence-based spellcaster, right?
Yes.
Give me an intelligence check,
Intelligence.
just to see how well you can control your hand while trying not to look at the guy directly next to the box that's afraid, or that you're afraid of. Yeah, you find your hand crossbow, no problem.
I've got really good hand control. Okay, so
Yeah, so that'll be your action.
Yep. And then 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll have the hand come back to me with the crossbow and give me my crossbow.
Okay. You now have your hand crossbow back, and that is your turn. Tyrion.
Yeah. Is that a bell? That looks like a bell. Am going to use my action to rummage around in dead leg box and pull out my family battle axe.
Okay, that will be your action to get your battle axe back.
Yep.
Ye old family battle axe.
Ye
old re-enchanted and re-metaled battle axe. That's basically a different axe at this point.
Could I have taken my bonus action to hide?
Sure.
Because I'm scared of him, you know.
Yeah, roll me a stealth check. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, you feel sufficiently hidden.
Cool.
Because that brings, confidence every time it comes up, huh? Okay.
Looks clear.
With
I
that,
feel better, yeah.
I'm gonna move
I
back.
should have got a bonus with the box.
Back.
Because it's preferred terrain.
Back behind Dead Man's box, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to try and whip Fathead in the back of his head again.
Okay, go ahead and give me a spell attack.
He is prone. I don't know if it matters.
Not
Or
actually.
you said he was on. I guess you said he was
Yeah.
on a knee, not prone.
Yeah, that was
necessarily.
flavor for him not
Okay.
running away. He's not actually prone.
Fair.
17?
That hits.
Yeah. I had a D8 and I put it down again. 4.
That's all he had left.
Oh, well.
Oh.
Yay,
Yeah.
4. Yeah.
God, that's the second time you guys shut them down before I got to do anything fun with them. Oh well.
Haha.
So yeah, how do you want to do this, Hobble?
Since he's down on one knee, I'm gonna have the thing wrap around his neck and just choke him out. Can I do
This is
that?
my garrote whip.
You have your spiritual weapon whip around and wrap around his neck, and it starts out as just choking, and you're like, this is taking too long. Just give it a quick tug, and it's done and over with.
Like an umbilical cord.
Mm.
Oh.
No.
Not like that. Don't like that.
Yep. And then I
And
make
he-
sure that Pims the dragon is still laying low in my hood, and then we're done.
They
I'd
are
like to
still
give.
there.
I'd like to give everyone a 10-minute speech on the importance of friendship and how to make friends.
Okay, so you start
I'm joking.
talking for 10 minutes. Okay. So yeah, with that though, that does drop the initiative order because everything in this room is either dead or friendly. So
I'm gonna regain a spell slot here real quick.
Is Mr. Bubbles real? Let's be honest here.
This
As-
door,
and-
Steak, is this closed?
they
Like,
did
they come
close.
through and close it behind them?
They did close it behind them. Yes.
That does not come from my pool. That's a free sorcery spell.
Wow.
I should be using that more often.
Yeah. Wow. It's almost like you took that at level 1 or something, and only
Yeah.
used it like twice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was given the speeches because they're so much better.
If
How long does false life last?
Huh?
It's like 8 hours or something, isn't it? If it's
False life lasts 1 hour.
I might be thinking of major armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
An hour.
An hour.
All right.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
We're gonna use it here soon.
You're gonna make me keep lose track of time. All right. So, yeah. Needless to say, yeah, your spiritual weapon only lasts like another 50-ish seconds. So
that's fine. I'm already trying to go through the bodies and see if I can't find any keys after I put all my weapons back on.
go ahead and give me an investigation check then.
Yep, I'm gonna go get my rapier as well.
Dagger,
You guys-
dagger.
You guys have all the time in the world to regather your supplies and your weapons, and actually,
is
let
like-
me-
The front room Steak.
That was Merrick's gonna try to like. We need to hurry up and get somewhere hidden. He let out that horrific fucking scream. If there's anyone else here, more than likely they heard it and they're running for us.
14 investigation.
14 investigation. Okay. You spend a second. Are you going through all of them or just one?
I'll go through all of them. Why not?
You spend a couple minutes going through them, and you do eventually find a key ring that has like 8 keys on it, but you're 90% sure some of these aren't. Like, some of them probably are to locks that don't exist anymore. You know, it one of them's actually just a key that's shaped like a tentacle. Yeah.
This might not be a key.
We gotta move these guys. There's like boxes in this room, like there's like stuff around us.
No, actually, this room is mostly empty, apart from the one box that they put weapons. They ask you to put your weapons, and now the 3 corpses.
So
Are any of the cloaks real?
Give me an investigation check, Ryba.
Okay. That's a 16.
One of them is, yeah. The one of Sir Pegasus that you were talking to is real.
Yoink.
Was
You now have
Tigris
2 cloaks.
I'm wearing
Tigris
cloak
the
he was
last
wearing.
one to go down?
He was, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the other folks, what are they wearing?
Well, now that you kind of have a second, you kind of go through and you notice that the cloaks have, you know how like the cloaks kind of come around and fasten in a
Like a brooch.
yeah, like a brooch kind of on the front. How that works?
Yeah.
You kind of take a look at theirs, and what the brooch that's there is, you kind of go reach out and grab it for a second, and when you go to grab it, the cloak dissipates, and you see that the one is wearing full plate armor underneath.
Does the brooch come away or does it just dispel?
The brooch does not come off of the breastplate.
Okay.
So
That would be sick as hell.
Hey, Varys, Tyrion, help me drag these bodies over this way towards the corner, so if anyone comes out, they don't see them immediately.
we could put them
Grab
in
and drag 'em.
box and then put hole up against wall and just put top down.
Put them in the box.
Is this box big enough for 3 dudes to fit in it?
The weapons chest.
I don't know. Yeah.
How many adult people would fit in this box, Stick?
it wouldn't. If they were alive, it wouldn't be the most comfortable fit, but you could probably squeeze all 3 of them in there.
Hey.
It
Is
might
that
take you some time to
Few
do it.
snaps, crackles, and pops as things are arranged to fit.
Gross.
Is that okay with you, Captain, or do you still want to put them in a corner? One of them might be named Baby. I don't know.
Why don't we do both? We could put them in the box in the corner.
All right, sounds good.
like that?
Okay. Who's
I placed-
helming? Who's helming the box stuffing, for lack of a better term?
I can assist.
I can do the-
If we think this is going to be like a strength operation
I
rather than like
ain't
an
me, then.
intelligence operation, I'm happy to take that
Okay.
on if we want.
If we
that.
need to Tetris these guys into a box, that's me. If it's just the raw strength of getting them into the box and then jamming a leg or two down, probably not me.
So let's do this, Captain. We'll move one man over, and then we'll move box, and then you just tell me where to shove down when we can't Tetris them properly.
Since I'm good at charisma, I'll
Just
tell you what
okay.
shape of piece each of them are.
We love this.
L piece.
Oh, okay.
I remember that bit.
That's a good video. All right. So, you know what? Let's just get everyone involved here. So Merrick, it seems like you're going to use intelligence for this. I'm guessing strength on Tyrion's side.
Aye.
I am open to skill. If you would like to assist with any particular skill, I am open to suggestions at this point.
Montage music. We've got to put one foot in front of the corner, shove the
it's
other foot down.
Tyrion and Varys taking
He's like, "Yeah, God."
Ryba and Merrick's orders on how to fit the bodies in the box, and like trying to do it, and then mostly failing, and then just forcing them in.
Okay. All right, let's roll some dice to see just how long it takes for you guys to stuff these guys in a box.
All right.
So, those of you that are doing the physical putting in the box, give me strength. Those of you that are helping,
Athletics? Or just strength.
I can see athletics.
Okay.
Can I just do a
Those
straight
like
of
to
you,
hear.
yeah, those of you that are helping, by saying no, you got to put this part like that. Give me intelligence.
I rolled a 10.
Maybe best for me to not help.
Okay. Intelligence. Yeah.
Okay.
Polymorph their corpses.
You can do that. One
That's a
corpse.
terrible
The
idea.
box just explodes after an hour.
Yeah.
It is.
All right.
You
So
lose
it-
concentration in another room. There's just like a massive noise.
It
Like bodies
takes
being
you.
flung all over the lobby.
It takes you guys about 20 minutes.
Oh no.
Oh no, I
Merrick-
should have cast False Life after.
Merrick is not. You're like, no, you need to do this, and you think you're helping, but corpse
Pivot.
packing is not your specialty. I think we can say with some utmost confidence.
I'm gonna quote that.
Yeah.
Corpse
So
packing
you
is
do
not your
eventually
specialty.
get all of them in the box, and then rotate the box so that the hole where one of their faces ended up pointing out actually isn't pointing towards the doorway. So, yeah, you rotate the hole in the side of the box against the wall, and you shut the lid. And well, that's a problem for whoever finds it next. That's for sure.
You could say that again.
Yeah, yeah.
Please
let me
forgive
go-
our mess.
let me go ahead and actually get rid
Yeah,
of
we
them.
straightened the "Please forgive our mess" embroidery on the wall directly above the box of corpses.
A pool of blood slowly leaking from the box.
Bless this mess.
And then just because I can, have a shut box instead of an open box.
Oh
Oh,
wow!
Jill,
Fancy.
that's terrible.
Oh God, what did Jill say?
All right. And your spiritual weapon has faded.
That does sound like a write-upable offense.
Anyway,
Efficient though.
you have the room to yourselves now to determine whatever you may want to do next.
Well, We were left alone for 20 minutes after somebody got, like, let loose a soul-rending scream, and we murdered 3 people in the lobby. So that either bodes well or really badly for us.
Also, I have keys, and one that may not be key, but maybe something
Mm.
else. We could try that door over there.
It's true.
Wait. Yeah. We probably. Oh, fuck it. We're down here. All right. Yep. Let's see what other hells await us down here.
Okay. Before I open the door, or try to with the keys, is the door metal? Does it look like it might be thick metal?
Everybody in the scene.
It is definitely metal. You can't really tell the thickness without, like tapping on it or something. But
Thanks, Joseph.
you gotta give it a light tap. It's not the thickest in the world. It definitely is more of in this case, a door as opposed to an obstacle. Whereas the other one behind you from the statue hall was designed to keep people out. This one's more designed just to keep rooms separate. But it is still metal.
I'm gonna put my ear to it and see if I can tell if anybody's on the other side.
Give me a perception check.
Perception. That's an 11.
You do not hear any movement on the other side of the door.
Okay. I don't hear anybody. Let's try keys.
Okay.
I try keys.
Roll a d8.
D8.
I'm wearing their robes now. Can I hide my face? Is like the hood big enough to kind of hide my face?
Hood, no. They each had masks, though, of the other people.
Yoink.
So you reopen the box and just reach in and grab a mask.
There was one right in the hole. I just turned around and took the one off the face that was in the hole.
Put the box back.
That is fair.
That's just a guy
Yeah. So
hanging out looking up.
Yeah, so you rotate the box around and grab the mask off of that guy, and well, you don't immediately notice this, Ryba, but Merrick would definitely, and I believe Tyrion would as well. Remember the head guy at the bottom of the ocean at the pyramid that Ryba made friends at?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
This is very similar to them.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
But also
no.
dead. So very, very similar, actually.
Also
But,
dead.
yeah.
Okay.
As in, like, you killed them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we killed the other ones, but I think
I'm
they're
oblivious.
lost
Yep.
in those.
Weren't they dead the other time?
Oh, and I dropped an ocean.
Yeah, I
Make
thought
a
they got
Yeah,
sucked
when
into
you
those
dropped
things.
an ocean, yes. Make a nature check for me, Jeff.
A nature check.
Given recent experience, undead is kind of on the mind. These do not appear to
That's not
be undead, but they definitely aren't your standard humanoids.
They're only
So.
1/4 undead.
Are we
Yeah.
all?
Some of us more than others.
But
Yeah.
My body's so
Yeah.
useless.
A little bit more every day.
anyway, did you roll a d8, Hobble?
I rolled a 2.
All right. So you spend a second, you try a key, you spend another second, you try another key, and the second key is the one that seems to unlock it. It is just a normal nondescript key.
I will find
Weird-
out what you are for,
Yeah.
weird tentacle key. Not today.
It's weird. It says key on the shaft of the key. It just says key. It's weird.
They are very
There's like one of those little tags on it.
Yeah.
One of those little plastic tags with the little like sleeve.
Yeah.
Just the key. You're like, oh.
every one of us got a label maker. They
What did you do with yours, Ryba? Where is yours now?
Each was taken away.
I can't imagine.
Ryba labeled everything fish, confirmed.
Oh god. I'm going to pocket those keys, and then I'm going to slowly ease through the door with big axe and in one hand and shield in other.
Okay. You slowly and quietly ease through the door, and you give me another perception check. Just cause perception checks dice are fun. We should roll dice. This is a
Dice are
dice
fun.
game. Yeah.
I now have
Dice do
tentacle
be fun.
keys. Okay. What am I rolling?
Just a perception check.
Okay.
Perception.
Perception. That is a 22.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of peek your head around
Oh.
the corner and you look into what appears to be a bed chamber, but like almost like a bunk. I guess a barracks would be more accurate. There are beds lined on either sides of the walls, and there's a couple in the very middle of the room. And there's a table off in the one bed. You can see a couple of like a lantern off in one or over by the other, or by a door on the south side of the room, giving off a little bit of light. And you see it looks to be a deck of cards on the table that are spread out and in various places, and various small like bottle caps and little wood carved tokens and stuff, and just a couple of little basically knick-knack looking things sitting on the table.
Deck of many things. I draw 4.
Are these bunk beds,
A
or is
funny
it
meme until it's
single
true.
bed?
They are single
per
beds.
spot?
They are
Okay.
single
Our
beds.
place was cooler. They had bunk beds.
Yeah, you
Do
kinda-
any...
Room.
I'm gonna look around to see if there's any, like, bed chests at the end of the beds or hidden under the beds or anything of that nature.
Would I know any niche hiding spots from my culty days?
History check from Ryba, and give me a investigation check from Tyrion.
I would like to examine the different beds to see how many of them show signs of recent use.
An investigation check from you as well, then.
18 for my investigation.
You take a second and look around. Tyrion, doesn't seem to be any like chest beds or anything. Right, but you remember distinctly that the table in your barracks had a fake leg that people hid drinks in.
All right. I pull on the legs of the table.
They don't come off.
Okay. Well,
Merrick. So you notice a couple things. First off, while the beds look identical at a glance, there's definitely a difference in quality of dressings across the room. So, all of them are neatly made for the most part. One of them seems to have just had something grabbed out from under it and kind of like the covers a little haphazard on the side. It is this one actually. So,
Okay.
they seem. They don't necessarily. It's kind of hard. You know how like when you go into a hotel, it's like the beds are used, but they're well made, so you can't really tell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's kind of that. Like all of these look freshly made and like crisp and like clean. But yeah.
There has been traffic here, though.
Yeah, you kind of spend a second to look over on the one bed that has some things, and you actually find 3 playing cards that match the set on the table. It seems like you kind of take a second look back, and it looks like some people were in here playing cards, and the commotion interrupted their game for a second.
Oh, they put their hand down when they grabbed their stuff, and then
Yeah.
Okay.
who was winning?
How many beds are there? Did we go over that already?
Well, I mean, there are
That
8
many.
beds. Yeah.
They're not doubled up or anything. Okay.
No, they are single beds. Yeah. It is also worth noting, you kind of take a second to look through or you don't take a second to look through the cards, but you just kind of see on the table, there are 2 of the same card. So.
There's some shenanigans happening. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the cards that is a duplicate was shoved under the bed with the other ones. So.
We love this.
Yeah. So. Proceeding. Let me make sure I'm not missing any important details on this room. Nope. Yeah, that's about it. Unless there's anything else you guys would like to try and discern from here.
So like the beds were made and everything, but there's not like armor or spare sets of clothes or anything like
No.
that in this room.
There are no personal artifacts.
Effects.
Yeah, there are no personal effects in this room.
Okay.
So
Since I didn't find
Right,
anything, I just
so-
want to listen at the door.
Okay.
I'm a listen out.
Give me another perception check then, please.
While they're on lookout. Right, so it does look like there were about 8 here, and they said the one guy said there were 2 visiting from another place, so we might have another 7 ahead of us.
That sounds
Something
like
like
a fair
that.
estimate.
Okay.
Hopefully not all at once we run into them.
Yeah, you take a second, Tyrion, and listen, and don't hear anything.
Let me go first.
Okay.
I'm fully in costume, so
That's fair.
come out here, try to
yeah.
act natural. What do I see?
Follow like
You see a very familiar sight to you from back where you were, or your old. Well, there's no reason to sugarcoat it. Your old cult. This is the importance of this hallway was explained to you like 5 times, but you just didn't register.
Nope.
But there
Yeah,
is
that
a
checks out.
very intricate carving all along the side of it of an oceanscape that where you're standing is it seems to be a continuation of the one from the previous room. How it kind of showed like just the waves. It seems to be an ocean slowly getting more and more rough and hazardous as it goes down the hallway to
As it goes this
your
way.
left. Yeah.
What about this way?
There is a door.
That seems like a way to go.
All right.
Is-
Give me a perception check real quick.
Okay, I'm good at those.
Yeah.
8. I'm not good at those.
It's a door. You know, it's weird.
All
It's
right.
kind of at the end of this hallway.
At a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, man, weird.
I'm gonna peek around the corner and just watch Rybo. See if he, like, come out, come see, or if he just disappears into that door.
waters off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door. Rob is an idiot.
The door is unlocked. So you open the door into the room, and you were just hit with a wave of very unique smells.
Good smells.
No.
Oh, you
Smells
found the
that you've
shitter.
unfortunately smells you've become a bit more accustomed to with your time on a ship. But
Cow
smells
smells?
of someone needing
Cow
to empty
smells?
a bucket that doesn't get emptied enough.
I closed the door.
I am going to cast Disguise Self to make myself look like Hagris.
Okay.
Robes and
You
everything.
now look like Pagris.
I'm going to stash my scimitar.
Am I an idiot? Hang on.
Wrap my cloak around myself so you can't really see what I'm holding. Like
Okay.
hide my belongings under my cloak.
Give me a sleight of hand check just to see how well you do.
I'm not good at that.
Well, I mean, you know, okay.
So, since I'm able to disguise myself,
You
I'll
feel
stay
like
at the
you hide
rear.
fairly well.
We can let Ryba go in the front. Like that's a good idea. But Merrick, back in my mind, I'm like, all right, well, if it goes bad, we tried.
We run.
One problem might take care of another problem.
Okay, so, but yeah, you have a very long hallway ahead of you.
Again, look behind you. It's another one of them. American disguise. Oh, okay.
Look over my shoulder.
It's me, you idiot.
Oh, hi, Captain.
Hello, right.
Ryba's like, that could be anybody.
And actually, with you guys, with you all progressing down the hallway, this is about a halfway point. Do we want to take a break now, or do we want to keep going?
Yeah.
Sure, sit your legs.
I assume marching order should be Captain and I up in front.
Captain wants to be at the back.
Yep.
Oh, it's me in back. Okay.
Yeah, because there's
I can switch.
there's
around
also
with
the
people.
chance that not everybody
some-
was home.
That's a good point.
Also, it looks like we're being escorted.
We've got the
Maybe
new recruit.
switch Tyrion and
Sacrifices,
Varys,
whatever.
'cause I have an ability to just swap with somebody within 5 feet of me, so I can jump in front of Ryba if
Okay.
needed. Yeah, there you go.
Wait.
You left my
Wait.
little dragon.
I'm getting the dragon. But
But
yeah,
my AC is so high.
take 5 a little bit. Go grab a drink. I know we haven't done a lot, but I'd rather still take the breaks at about.
Hey, we
progress.
Tetrised 3
Oh, good.
full-grown men in armor into a box.
It was a very productive time.
Yeah.
Yes, we have been kicking it, killing it. Technically, he kicked the box.
Killing it literally.
Yeah.
Nice effect, too.
All right, everybody,
Okay,
get off
see you
your
guys back in a
butt.
little bit.
Go do a break. Stretch.
Ever see a clone with an ass like this? ass like this?
Hello, Hoobly Dragoon.
We're back. Hello.
Okay. So.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Exclamation mark towel.
That goldfish,
Oh,
man.
The camera's not on. I haven't played with the camera on D&D in like 60,000 years, woman.
I know, it's fucking lame.
Quit telling people I've got a towel.
It's been 84 years.
Anyway,
Anywho.
you guys were left going down
Really,
a
Cube?
very, very
Dollar
long
sign
hallway.
count.
Oh my god.
I believe this is the marching order you all have decided on, is it not?
Correct.
Yes.
I look like Haggis.
You do look like Pagris.
How do you say his name? Because I keep hearing Hagrid or like Pagris, like
Pagrus. Hagris.
Pagris.
Hagris.
I'll rip the curtain
Pagris,
back.
Triangle Man.
I'll rip the curtain back a little bit. It's a type of fish. So
Oh my god,
That's my bit.
yeah.
Not anymore.
So
We all fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Hook, line, and fucking
Yeah.
sinker.
it is a type of fish though. So if you can pronounce it that way, Pagris, because that sounds like a fish. Anyway.
Theorem. That's all I can think.
So you guys are walking down this long hallway and you watch these carvings of the seascape get rougher and more hazardous, and this ship that seemingly is going down the waves constantly become more and more affected by the surrounding things. Once you start to round the corner, the scene goes from just a storm to something else. What goes from just rough waves and general... Sorry, I heard something. I heard something in the other room. What started as just rough waves and general bad sailing weather, you now see what almost looks like tentacles coming out of the surface of the water and going after that ship. And as you continue down, it goes from like a top view of the oceanscape to following the ship as it goes under, being pulled down by something. And as you get to the end of the hallway, there is an inscription on the wall in a tongue only one of you can read.
Yeah.
I wish I could read.
Yeah. Are we going to canon that Ryba is unable to read?
No, he can read.
No.
I'm
Please,
gonna
dear
send
God, no.
you.
He doesn't
I'm
actually
gonna
think he's reading. He just reads, like, he looks at it and goes, "Huh." And we go, "What
I
does it
just
say?"
rem-
And he goes, "I don't know."
I just remembered the shapes.
Yeah. I am gonna send Cube a thing because it won't sound nearly as weird coming out of him. Maybe.
Doubtful.
I'm trying to
Doubtful, yeah.
resync my light.
So that is what the inscription on the wall says.
Uh-huh. That doesn't rhyme.
As you guys, I had to stretch. Okay, work with me here.
Is that all Ryba says? Just randomly is.
That doesn't rhyme.
Yeah. So you guys,
I'll read it out loud.
Rybo stops in the hallway for a second just to read a thing, and it's like, oh,
Oh, you cannot read this. Upon the waves, we sail free, never fearing what's beneath. With this call to our Lord, take these mortals from this world. It does not rhyme.
That's so cheery.
Right.
In my occult, we had one Ocean Man. Take me
God damn it.
God damn it.
Fucking nautical rickroll.
Take me to the land.
I like the sound
Take
of.
me by the hand, yeah.
I like
By
the
the
sound
hand
of your
to the
cult
land.
much better. Taco
Also,
Tuesdays.
we're just gonna go with it rhymes in abyssal, so
Okay, fine.
that's
Obviously, my stupid Ocean Man joke is not canon.
I mean, I'm fine with it, honestly.
It
All right.
probably could be.
Like your branch is long dead. Whatever you say is goes.
Uh-oh. You should not have given him that much power.
But yeah. So as you guys round the turn upon that inscription, you see the ship that you've been following through these carvings is now in multiple pieces at the bottom of the ocean in front of a cave, with the tentacles
happy
reaching
endings.
out of the cave, pulling it in. And that is the last of the large, grand inscriptions. The carving, though, does follow around the corner, and one of the tentacles seems to like reach around the wall and then come up through the floor, and then ends almost as if it's been broken off, which is what's in that little back corner.
Snap off someone's tentacle.
Almost like a pet. It looks kind of like a pedestal, but like it's been broken.
That's upsetting.
I'm gonna go take a closer look at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand back here.
Okay.
That's fair.
I'm 11 feet back, yeah.
Peeking around the corner. Just enough that one eye is visible.
So anyone within 12 feet? No, I'm kidding. You kind of go and you take a look at it, Ryba. This break is fresh. Like less than a week fresh. And whatever was here, this pedal is heavily reinforced, so it looks like it had some heft to it.
Do you know what this is? I'm asking Mr. Bubbles.
Make a persuasion check.
All right. Hey.
You hear in your mind one failed attempt at appeasing me.
Oh, okay. It is a bad birthday present.
You also hear as you turn, it's at the bot. It belongs where it is now with the ocean.
Okay.
Probably fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thought that counts, though. All right.
You know, one of those guys looked familiar.
From that
It
time
is
that
worth
Rebus
specifying.
dropped ocean on us?
Right.
Time.
From the time that we were mostly under the ocean, in fact, completely under the ocean
Yeah.
that time.
Worth noting, similar, not the same. So,
Varys is like kind of looking at you guys like, are under the ocean?
Under the sea to be
Yeah. So, not only
It is better
is
down with a sweater. Sorry.
Mr. Bubbles able to choke the life out of his followers, he's also able to grant the ability to breathe underwater to a number of people. We were exploring underwater possibility of... Was this just for treasure? Or was
salvage
this
shop.
another thing? Right.
You were looking for like a particular thing at a ship or something.
Yeah, oh, that's right. It was the guy who owned the big company that no longer owned it anymore because his paperwork went to the bottom of the sea, and that's what we were going to go get, and he gave us a lot of money for it. I remember.
Yeah.
Right, we were on a salvage
That makes more sense.
mission. We knew that this was the location of it. We went down there. We found a strange temple, and apparently they were also followers of this same god.
God.
But things got rough as they tend to get, and
It happens.
right. The short version is Riba had an item that soaks up water in vast quantities and unleashed it at the bottom of an ocean.
Oh.
Like
that
all
must
of
have
it.
been quite a sight to see.
Like 150 cubic feet of ocean just gone.
Like a magic trick.
That
Mine
kills
free.
people.
Right, that's the other
No.
campaign. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a magic trick that kills people.
That kills people.
Poof, you're dead
we
now.
we were lucky to have survived because, of course, when all of a sudden the ocean disappears at the bottom of the ocean on top of the ocean rushes in to fill it, and
Very true.
it's like the largest wave you could imagine crashing down upon you. I don't know how we lived through it, but
And
we did.
every seaside town within 100 miles as well. Afterwards.
Luckily, we were pretty far off the coast when we got to the site
The first time.
the first time.
I look at him, yeah.
Anyways, let's go.
Mhm.
Yep.
Shaking my head.
Yeah. So, what stands before you is a wooden door that shares a continuation of the carving of the walls, kind of going around.
I kind of like walk in like I belong.
Give me a deception check.
Yeah, that is deception.
You're doing the equivalent of like walking like backstage. with a
22,
hard
hot
hat on.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you walk in. You're like, I belong here. You walk in, and you walk into what appears to be a library.
Huh.
There are shelves all along the walls with books on them. You immediately notice though that there's a couple of like various holes of, not holes of, like lack of books in a couple spaces, and there are a handful of books on the floor as well.
Hmm.
But,
What are anything of note from the books that were pulled out?
you kind of spend a second looking through the books on the floor and just general cult stuff. Couple things that are
Okay.
just nursery rhymes and abyssal. There's one
Summoning
about
eldritch gods for
there's
dummies.
one about how to turn your cult into a multifaceted organization to avoid taxes.
Oh, pyramids. Very fashionable.
By L. Ron Hubbard.
Your cult's an MLM. Can you imagine?
Oh, star.
That's basically what this is, actually. Like, but yeah. So, but
Okay.
no, there's
We
probably
had lots of fun, girl. You would enjoy it.
there's probably 150 plus books in here. Just
Okay.
some in abyssal, some you can't read, some that don't even seem to have words on the pages.
Okay. Our library was better. It had pictures.
So,
Okay. I noticed that there's something in this room.
there is something in this room. So you're walking forward into the next room, and the first thing you immediately notice is this giant glowing God, what's it called? A rhombus but 3D. Like rhomboid, I think.
What did you just call me?
No, but like I don't remember what that is, but like the essentially it's a D8 but then stretched out to be kind of taller.
Okay.
So, and it's just a giant glowing crystal of that seems to be held up on the bottom by these 4 large stone tentacles that kind of prop up and act as a base. And coming out of the bottom of it, there are 4 channels that lead into the room off to your right that seem to have a faint bit of blue light of some source in them.
Okay. Arcana check. What is this thing used for?
Make the Arcana check.
22. Rolling hot.
You did. The details of it Firstly, your branch didn't have one of these.
No.
This is foreign to you. You don't know what this is. You remember vaguely hearing something from one of the people who was visiting to see about putting a new piece of architecture in your building. Something about arcane redirection. But that's about the extent of what you can discern or remember.
Okay. Magic stuff.
Yes.
Got it.
Magic stuff.
Magic. Fall behind art.
I will say, as you kind of look in the room, the two sets of doors on either side of the wall, both of them are shut. So,
Okay. Nobody's in here.
no, this room. Give me a perception check.
Okay. What did my eyes see? The best one I've ever had.
Oh.
The room does appear empty, though. Like, you don't see
Okay.
anyone.
Wasted.
Yeah.
Is there anybody invisible in here? I can see them with that.
No, you don't see anyone invisible in there.
Is 18 a C invisibility level
No.
perception
It was a
check?
it was a crit.
Your passive perception's a...
That's fair, that's fair.
My perception is a -2.
Yeah, so
My
it's
passive perception is higher than your crit.
Yes.
okay.
Sometimes it do just be like that.
He's not self-aware. He's not aware in general.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you walk into the room and you're like, "Oh wow, this is very weird." Merrick, you immediately notice that blue glow in the channels on the ground brighten a little bit and seem to flow, almost kind of like a honey consistency, but they kind of flow into the next room.
The room to the right.
Yeah, the room to the right.
Urge not to poke it. Oh, I poke it.
Yeah, you walk up and you poke the crystal, and nothing really happens as far as you can tell.
Okay.
I did not
Could you-
account for that, actually.
If you're going to touch things, let us back away first.
I need to check a thing real quickly. Please give me a second.
That is part of the reason
like
why
the
I'm
sound
going
of
to
that.
stay near the door until we make sure that thing isn't going to blow up in face.
Okay.
Seems safe to me.
So, Tyrion, as you walk in the room, you hear a familiar voice of Pim's in the back of your head, just kind of it's kind of just a... I don't feel
Hello?
good all of a
Hello?
sudden. And they just kind of curl up in your hood. They just kind of curl up in your hood and just kind of take a nap.
Oh no.
And Merrick, again, as you notice Tyrion walk in, the arcane, or, well, glowing essence and coming out of the bottom of this seems to get a little bit brighter.
Am I helping? I think.
So Pims just went to sleep. He said he did not feel well and just he's kind of zonked out, and I'm reaching over my shoulder, poking him.
So
Kinda
Merrick,
zonked out.
as soon as you walk in the room, your disguise self drops,
Oh.
and you watch the light in the bottom brighten.
Oh.
I think this.
I'm
thing-
going to step.
Kitty! This
I'm
thing's a
going to
kitty.
get. I'm going to step back out of the room. Does my disguise come back?
It does come back.
Okay. Whatever this is sucking the magic out of whatever is in the room.
Should we smash it?
That's no. Do
Like
not
it was
touch
the
it.
bubbles?
Is this the thing that you touched right before your cult went away?
No, it was different.
Okay.
Like touching the whole crystal.
I'm gonna back up with Captain.
Oh, okay. All right.
I say we pick a door and get the hell out of here.
How's Mr. Bubbles doing?
Do you look down at Mr. Bubbles?
Yes. Yeah.
You look down into your globe where your familiar goldfish friend likes to live and exist, and there's just a black silhouette.
Oh no,
Not
he
that
went
door.
invert. His skin unloaded from the Matrix.
He's an unloaded texture.
Okay, hang on. I want to step back outside.
Why do I feel like Rai was the type of person to do that? No, he's here. No, he's not. No, he's here. No, he's not.
You step back outside, and the black turns back to its vibrant gold that you are familiar with.
Hobble stole my thunder, but yeah, totally. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop.
So at this point,
not sorry.
I'm just gonna say, as long as you're in the hexagonal room, magic doesn't work.
Oh,
Same with magic items, I assume.
Magic items, spells, anything, it does not work as long as you are in that hexagonal room.
I'm sick of
And-
smashing this.
Every time a new magical entity enters, you notice that brightening at the bottom of those channels that lead into the room to your right.
Did the brightness of the channels diminish at all the further away it got from it, or was it this kind of the same brightness all the way into the door?
It's more of a you're in or you're not thing. There isn't like a gradient, so.
Well, what
like
I'm
a-
getting at is like the channels go from the
Let me-
crystal in the center to the door. Do they get dimmer as they go away from the door? Or away from the crystal noticeably?
It honestly looks. This is going to be a very weird descriptor. It looks like if there was a blue glowing honey flowing.
So thick water.
Okay.
So,
Honey.
like, the light brightens and then flows down, and then as whatever caused that magic to make the initial burst either leaves or stabilizes, the color or the brightness either dims or levels out.
Okay, so if there's anybody with half a brain cell in that room to the right, they know someone's here. Because they would have seen the lights get brighter in the channels.
Okay. So do we jump them first
So
and
where-
go through the door?
We should probably check out the other door first. That's not going to give any sign. Or whatever's behind there wouldn't necessarily be alerted to our presence, other than us walking around. Let me head over there and see if I can hear anything on the other side of the door. I say unless we're going into other rooms, we should probably stay back here in this library area until we know what's going on.
agree.
Merrick, real quick,
Mm-hmm.
give me just a straight intelligence check.
Better you than me.
You think for a second. You didn't spend a lot of time here in this town. You're like almost confident this is directly below the boat ship shop.
Why about his smoke
What?
coming out the viziers? I wonder what this happened.
We saw one of the crew members had like a reaction when he walked in this area earlier. Is
Right!
that the same shop?
Oh, yes. That was. This isn't just draining magic here. It's above it too.
So it has a column effect?
It might even. It's got to be some kind of a column effect, yeah, because it wasn't the whole town, and it wasn't anything else down here. But when Quinn was earlier when I found them in the town, they reached their arm into this shop and it changed, and they recoiled, and that was when they've never been shaken like that. They've always been cool and composed.
Changed to what?
Just changed. Kind of like how my appearance, my disguise dropped when I went in. Something about the way they look changed. They have their secrets. I don't prod. They do their work.
It's not like black dragon scales or blue dragon scales, though, yeah? Red dragon. Okay. Not chaotic thing.
If it were any of those, they wouldn't.
The boat would
Those kinds of creatures would not be subservient to any kind of man, ever.
I don't know. Have you met the black dragon? They like to play the long
Also-
game.
Also, out of character, I'm like 90% sure a dragon disguising itself as a human doesn't affect its weight, which would not work on a boat. So,
I think it does.
I don't
Maybe
know.
I'm thinking of.
It would be fun if it didn't.
yeah, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna walk on this boat. Drunk.
You gotta walk on sand on the beach.
Carrie, stop eating all the Pop-Tarts. There's a little
Anyway,
You
sorry.
peek.
Continue.
Right. Now I'm definitely curious at what's going on here. A little bit scared, definitely curious. Like I said, everyone hang back here. I'll try to quietly see what I can find out about what's in these other rooms, and maybe set up kind of an ambush here in case someone not me comes by.
Well, what
Riva?
if we impersonate one of the members, and whoever's in the big room to the right, the one where the Mena is going to, maybe we can trap them in this room, where their magic will not work.
That would be a good idea if the disguise held up through the room. You could probably pull that off because you're not doing anything magical. But I want to see if they're... I don't want to try to engage anyone in that room to the right until we know what's in the other one.
That's fair.
But yeah, if the room to the left is clear, that's definitely a great idea for the room to the right.
Okay, so what's the plan?
I am going to try to check out the room to the left while the rest of the crew hangs out in the library room. Tyrion, could you give me the keys just in case I need them?
Hold on.
I'll play lookout. My -2 perception.
Okay, you want to give me keys? Yes. I pass over. That's all, folks. I pass the keys over to Captain.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, Merrick, you have the key ring with 8 keys on it.
Mhm. Hopefully I can
How many
remember
doors?
which one Tyrion had used before.
That one had shaft with key scratched in it.
Not a big deal. We'll figure it out when we get to the door.
All right. Well, if you're going to sneak ahead into the room to the left,
Yes.
I need a stealth check.
Not my best.
So you as quietly as you are able to make your way around the corner. Did you keep this guy self up or did you drop it?
Nope, I kept it up.
Okay. It does drop while you are in the one room, but that is
Right.
to be expected.
But it lasts an hour from when I cast it in the barracks.
So you got some time on it still. You make your way to the door, and there is something inscribed on it in Abyssal that I imagine is not the greatest. Yeah, not the most helpful for you. But
I give you Leah
No, eh?
Kitty instead.
but yeah. So the door is in front of you.
All over.
So, having worked with keys and locking mechanisms before, can I try to discern which, if any, of the keys on the ring might work for this door?
Good lord.
Equals.
Can I talk telepathically with Captain in this room?
Wow.
Do you try?
Yes.
Okay. Question: is that magic or is that psionic?
I don't know. Hang on.
Because that is the deciding factor here. If it's psionic, yes. If it's magic, no. Because psionic is
see.
technically its own thing.
He just stares really hard, and the captain's like, "Oh, well, he thinks he's totally talking to the captain."
Captain's trying to concentrate to figure out this law. Yeah,
That is
It's awakened mind, and it says I can speak to any character within 30 feet. It does not make the distinction of at where it comes in.
Okay,
It's just an ability. It's not magical. I don't think.
let's back up.
It's a
second.
feature
Oh,
of
look
the
at that
Warlock
face.
class.
Okay.
Look at that face.
Or of the Eldritch class.
And ears.
Hi.
You know what?
Thanks, Hobble, but that's weird. Oh, you mean the cat.
Hey, I'll just do it this way to be fair, Cube. I'm gonna roll a d20. High or low?
Okay. Low. That's where my rolls normally are.
Look at them
I rolled a 9.
whiskers.
Hey!
So
Pretty boy.
that seems like a fair way to handle this because,
Here.
you know,
Ollie.
there's a couple of gray areas in the rules here right now. So,
Okay.
so
cuddled me.
what do you
Here's
say
my
to the
butt.
captain telepathically then?
How's it going?
Can't talk back either.
Yeah, it doesn't say that they can
Hi.
speak back.
All right.
I turn towards
I'm within eyesight of him. I can just
Yeah.
ask, like,
I want to give a big round of cheer to
what's the
all right.
Jill's. It
While
looks
Ryba
like
figures
they're
out what he's
cheering
trying to
for
say,
Ollie.
Merrick,
That is cute.
give me a thieves' tools check.
More
For knowledge in this case.
40-month
So thieves' tools with
sub streak.
intelligence,
Holy shit, Jills.
because you're trying to
so
discern.
I'm gonna
You get
roll
intelligence
I'm
check
gonna
for
roll an
proficiency.
intelligence saving throw
Okay, yeah.
because I'm proficient in intelligence
that
saving
is amazing.
throws.
Big 40-month.
You didn't take expertise in thieves' tools, did you?
That is holy shit. That is
No.
Oh.
flabbergasted.
That works then. I mean that makes sense in my mind because you're trying to use more of your knowledge rather than the actual physical. Okay. But yeah, no, you kind of spend a second. And you're like, okay, it's probably this one, and you have you have a decision. You're confident with it. You know one of the keys. And you try it, and it unlocks the door.
Hey.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check to see how quietly you can unlock the door. Ne'er a sound is made by the mechanism.
Wow.
So you open the door, and do you step right in, or do you?
Well, I'm going to if the door opens into the room, I'm going to see what I can see from here, and if it looks clear, I'll investigate further.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check then.
Okay.
So what you see immediately is the room has a hallway that seems to end in a very odd, lopsided configuration. It's all weird. Like whoever designed that, why would you design it that way? But what you see when you look past the glaring architectural questionability is there's a slight glow in the room, not of torchlight, and
Okay.
You're not sure if it's just like a draft or if it is someone whispering. But
All right. I am going to press myself up against the interior hall wall.
all right.
First, as I creep into the room, do I notice my appearance change?
As soon as you make it past the threshold of the door, you do have your disguised self come back up.
Okay.
So,
Then I'm going to try to cautiously peer around the corner,
okay.
see what's in the room.
You peer around the corner, and what you end up seeing, oh, that's one, just want these guys, is two individuals. They are talking amongst themselves, and one of them appears to be casting some form of spell, and the other one appears to be going through some books as he's putting them in a bag. And you,
Okay.
make a history check real quick. Just
All right.
Right,
If I have line of sight on one of them and they're speaking a language I understand, I can know what they're saying.
okay. Make me a history check anyway.
Just an FYI, the observant feat.
Yep.
Another little perk of
That
it.
is useful. Okay. So a couple things then with the feat you just mentioned. They are speaking common. And you can read the lips of the one person that is farther in the room there.
Yep.
The gist of their conversation is, I wish you just left me there. This has ended up being more of a hassle than it's worth. Then you don't quite hear what the other half of the conversation says, and it's like, no, I get that, and I'm thankful, but this has been a nightmare, and I just want my life back. And you hear the other person kind of go, a bit louder that you can actually hear, well, it's not my fault that this is how things played out. I tried to do what we were supposed to, and you recognize that voice of the second person. A certain bald figure that has been around at some point in your history.
It's all come full
Oh.
circle.
It's that dude!
It's Sandalbland!
Yeah, it's that dude.
Sandalin!
Yeah.
Sandalman!
Sandalman!
With that connection, that other person that you actually kind of listening in closer, that is the spellcaster from the Sea Ghost.
This.
The original name of your all ship.
Oh! Oh.
Yeah. And they're just essentially going back to stay out, keep a low profile, and then Sambalit just goes with a, well, it's not my fault these group of nobodies came out of nowhere and ruined our lives.
Oh no.
Sandball.
They're here again.
Yeah. And the other one's just like, whatever, I'm almost done, let's just get out of here, and whatever happens here, we'll deal with later.
You good, Captain?
Is that like audible or is that
That's
telepathic?
telepath. That's telepath.
Alright, I am going to sneak my way back.
As you are sneaking on your way back, you kind of are still pressed up against the wall to kind of keep your profile low, and your shirt catches on a loose piece of brick. And it does come out of the wall slightly and starts to fall.
Okay, I am going to dart around the corner and keep myself pressed against the wall. And if there's people, over here watching me, like if if Ryba's there, I'm gonna hold up my hands and like, number 2 towards the door.
Number 2 is at the beginning of the okay.
All right.
Nope. Hate it
You
so much.
So yeah, you kind of quickly dart around the corner and give your hand signal, and the brick hits the piece of brick hits the ground, and you just kind of hold your still for a second, and then you hear. Give me a perception check real quick, actually, before I say. All right. You kind of hear very quietly from the room. All right, I don't know what that was, but I don't like it. You good? And you hear a nod, and then there's an rush of arcane
How do you hear a
something
nod?
that you can hear.
It's a really loud nod.
And
It rattles.
yeah, you
from the other
you
room.
Yes.
listen.
This is me nodding.
Yeah. You just, and then you hear a rush of arcane, just magic, and the room falls silent behind you.
Can confirm magic wishing.
Oh, that's a teleportation circle.
Oh, at least they're
Not that
gone.
Merrick's ever seen one of those.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Anyway, so the room to your rear is now, as far as you're aware, empty. There's only one room left to go.
well, go back to the rest of the team. All right, so you remember that guy, Sandalman?
Sandalwood?
Sandalwood.
The bald guy.
Oh yeah. He had a lot of sand up his ass.
Okay.
He was very cranky.
Yeah, he was in there, and then the old spellcaster from this ship that got away. They were in there. They don't seem to be in there anymore.
Okay.
Good news. We don't have to worry about that room. So we can go ahead and proceed with the plan of Leba. You go ahead and see what's going on in the other room.
Okay.
And see if you can lure them into the room where they won't have magic.
Sure.
Oh.
I do want to go take a look at the teleportation circle. What was the plaque that Captain couldn't read?
It says senior members only.
Oh. Did we have one of these in my cult?
Yeah, you weren't allowed in there.
Yeah, finally.
Joke's on you.
I'm now a senior member of my cult. I'm the only one
Yeah.
left.
But no, yeah, you walk into the room, and would Ryman know a teleportation circle if he saw one?
Find out. No.
Yeah, there's just this weird carving on the floor. A bunch of runes.
How does he even know how to do magic sometimes?
It's not
Bold of, you to assume,
intelligence.
bold of you to assume he's the one that knows how to do it.
Spooky. You know, like I don't get it.
He doesn't. The
Okay.
fish does.
Yeah, how warlocks work.
So.
All right, so
Hmm.
are you just
And I would have given him the key ring too.
all right?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, well, you walk up to a grand arched doorway that is, the doors themselves appear to almost look like two waves crashing and meeting each other.
That's right. We're in the unloaded texture room right now.
I'm guessing it's not locked.
Do you try the handle? Do you try the handle?
Sure.
It is unlocked.
Oh, okay. I want to peek my head in stealthily.
Give me a stealth check. Oh god, you're gonna make me check the passive perception.
12!
Okay, give
There's
me.
people in the room. Snake has to look stuff up.
There are people in. Spoiler alert! In the last room of the dungeon, there's people. Oh my god.
We could just turn around and leave right now. Let's blow up the crystal.
Where's your passive perception? I thought they listed this somewhere. No. Okay. Alright.
Joke's on you, it's all a lie.
Okay. So you quietly poke your head in the room, and let me show you what you see. You see 5 individuals.
Mhm.
5 dudes.
5 individuals.
Oh shit, they have different tokens too. They're
They-
powerful.
I hate myself at times, it seems. Yeah, and what you the ones that are in each of the pews appear to be in a form of prayer, as they are like to do in these cults. And the one at the head area with the large, it honestly looks like a fountain in there. Like there's this large stone archway that seems to just have water cascading out of the top of it with seemingly no source, that is going into a brass bowl at the bottom. And they seem to be up top, going in the full presentation of, yes, pray, may he guide us, allow him to help us save this world, kind of thing, typical cult stuff. And actually, the only person that notices you, because apparently all these guys have garbage perception, is this one over here.
Which
We
one?
didn't see a ping.
I'm on the GM layer, that'd be why. Is this one up here?
They're putting chemicals in the water that are turning the warlocks blind. Is what they're doing.
Don't give me any ideas. Yeah, so that one kind of looks back. Give me just a general deception check real quick, as I get the cat off of my notebook. Hey, I need that.
Wow.
It's 20.
Okay.
Wow.
You see them kind of look back and go, so Pegasus, please, come
Sir
back in.
Pegasus.
Pegasus. Whatever.
Don't
Oh,
take
I'm
us, sir, please.
Not that
Hey.
kind of cult.
Your branch may not have been, but we know nothing
Sir.
about this branch. This is why they don't
Sir.
have Taco Tuesday.
I don't want to touch that tentacle key anymore.
Yeah, they don't like tacos, Tip.
Sir Pagris, please, come in.
Alright, I'll come in before the DM kills me. Hello! No, I'm actually just gets my voice like, hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Alright. Did you deal with those who wanted to interfere and ask them to come
Yeah.
back when we were more prepared?
They will not bother us anymore.
Honey, the
Well,
fuck.
That is
My
satisfactory.
deception's actually really good.
Your deception is actually very good. That is satisfactory then. Please, have a seat. I believe your guard duties are done for the day, so... Assuming that's... I've got to check the names of the other 2 people you murdered real quick. Hold on.
I sent them home early.
I named all the NPCs in this because I didn't know who you guys were and weren't going to talk to.
I'll sit here since I have you fooled.
Wait, where are their names? I should have highlighted them. Here we go.
How long before the group goes, Ryba's been there in a very long time.
No.
2 days.
I'm assuming that Sir Sabra and Sir Porgy can deal with gods for the rest of the day. You seem to have done your duty.
Yes.
Sir Porky.
Half pork, half
Porgy
pork.
is the
And
best.
they just go back into prayer now with you amongst them.
Among Us.
All right. Now that I'm in here, can I get a better look around and figure out maybe who these people are?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. So you don't recognize anybody. And you're like, that's weird. Do you think I'd recognize somebody? You look around, all of them are wearing carved wooden masks.
Hmm.
Yeah. One thing you would know is every cult kind of has its gimmick. This one's must be masks. So
Somebody got a discount on some kid masks like a couple of years ago. They're just riding it. They've got just a barrel of them.
You bought 100. What are we supposed to do with all of these?
It was a November 1st sale at Party City. How could I resist?
We needed a thing.
So, well, you don't
Call us
necessarily
the masked bandits.
you don't recognize anybody, and you don't really recognize like proper rank either. But you do.
One of those flat colts. Weird.
Well, like there is different accoutrements that would show rank. You just didn't pay attention to them when they were saying what those were.
That's fair too.
So
That is the most random thing.
So generally, though, a room like this has a layout where the higher ranking member is up leading, and then the next in command is actually usually closest to the door to function as guards in case of incidents. And the newer members are usually put in the front or like middle to the front rows in order to help them get closer to the gloriness that they are trying to bring.
That's that stupid new kid in class always has to sit up front right next to the teacher rule. Stupid.
You'll learn better up here.
I learned I hated up here.
All right. How long is the group going to allow me to be in here before they get very, very nervous?
Honestly, I
I
feel
don't
like
know,
we
group.
got real nervous once you weren't in our eyesight anymore.
We went in. Fuck.
Because it's Ryba.
Yeah, like, I'd say 5 minutes probably, assuming no sounds of commotion. Like, it's just, nothing seems to be happening, but it's been a while.
Okay. So I'm just going to go. I forgot. There's paperwork I have to attend to. I will return shortly. And then boop, 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 boop.
Doesn't even wait, just meow.
Okay.
I'm going to go out for a scuttle.
Okay. One other thing, while you were actually in there, the honey-like glow that you now, that you don't understand is. Would you understand it's magic coming out of the crystal?
I kind of put it together.
Okay.
But-
So, listen,
the
I
magic user
talked
is
about it
there.
too.
like
And the
to
magic
ask.
goes away off of people when we're in there.
Okay. It's Ryba though.
That's true.
So, okay, but the like physical embodiment of the Arcana that's like in those channels. Once they get past the door, they kind of spread out into like 4 channels that kind of like are not right next to each other and just slowly converge on that altar in the middle of the back of the room. And you yeah, you'd see up on the one side that it seems to flow. The magic seems to flow up to the top of the weird fountain thing.
And then into the cauldron. Right.
It is more water, like proper, that flows into the cauldron, but the water seems to be sourceless. So,
Okay. Probably magic. So I will tell the group that there are 5 people in there. And do most of them seem like they'd be magic users? I guess all but like 1 or 2? They're probably a magic user, but this guy doesn't look like.
you're gonna make me check their stat blocks again. This is fine.
They made multiple stat blocks if you don't want them checked.
No, I mean I did this because I will say there is definitely a spread of magic and non-magic.
Okay.
There are definitely at least 2 non-magic, I'll say.
Okay. Because just by looks, I'm gonna guess that
Well, one dude has
people
a-
with more flowy robes and stabs and stuff are probably magic users.
Yeah.
Okay. But yes, there are 5 people in there, mostly magic users. They are praying at an altar that is making water.
That's where
The
the stuff goes.
yes.
Didn't
I don't know what we should
the
do.
official guys say that the leaders of other factions were here as well? Or
They didn't
inspection?
have like a common dress, did they?
That might have been the 2 that left.
Yeah, I'm guessing those were the 2 honored
could be.
members.
Ah, okay. I got a bit confused.
Alright, well, on the one hand, I'm not really about murdering people. On the other hand, it seems like they're, based on the murals on the walls, trying to bring about the end of the world to save the world is the kind of theme I'm getting here. But then, on the other hand, I don't want to be tentacle slapped by your god if we try to walk away here. So what the fuck do we do?
What do we do?
We could just...
Things
Tried.
like fuck, I don't know.
No. Tried they have for years at this point, without so much as a proper success. Whatever judgment you see fit in this case. Just sets me in the water when you're done.
Okay. I don't think. Oh,
You
I
cut
was
out.
quiet for the mic.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, it get clamped over the.
What?
Ryan is starting to think all this cult shit may not be a great idea.
I'm starting to have second thoughts about this whole cult thing. Yeah.
Is that character growth?
No.
And then we go, really? And he goes, what?
So, what's the plan?
We have an
I mean, I can make the
opportunity-
plan. I just need a general course of action, and then we can get into
Yeah.
the details later.
Yeah.
We could
Our
just...
Fight?
options
No
are-
fight.
Fight or no fight, yeah.
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 We
Unless we
have
want
a
to
lot of...
try the teleportation as a no fight.
Knowing that this is the thing that's going on and that it's here gives us an opportunity to leave and find out more information elsewhere, if we wanted to do that. Because that's a big unknown right now. I pointed the door into the other room. And it's kind of a scary
Yeah.
unknown, I'm not gonna lie to all you guys.
Well, they haven't been really. I guess they haven't been fruitful with it so far. Who knows what they know about it? And do we really want to leave it in their hands any longer than we have to? It's kind of what I'm
It's true.
thinking.
We also don't know where the members of the town are.
Right.
We haven't
So
found
maybe
them.
we could, try to leave one standing to answer some questions. We don't have to
Fair.
necessarily kill any of them, we just gotta incapacitate them.
Truth.
The new guys are in front. I know that much.
Merrick. About this time you hear a door handle.
Damn it.
Sir Pandarus, can you...
Yes, hello! Oh, wrong voice.
And you just see... You have
Hello.
You have 5 words. Make them count.
These are our new recruits. Perception check. Hell yeah!
This is ridiculous. This is awesome.
All right.
We said get them out of here. You told me they were out of here.
Cheese it.
If the magic does not work, can we just shoot her with regular stuff? Like, don't you have... Oh, wait. Leah, does your character have, like, a bow or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
Gonna throw the dagger.
I have solution. I mean, I can get there fast.
Are you throwing a dagger, Ryba?
I mean,
what's-
Ryba
Oh,
said
yeah,
cheese it.
surprise round.
Are we
What's
cheesing
the-
it?
if you said-
Captain said cheese it.
I did say cheese it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's canon. Fuck.
You gotta pick, guys.
Yeah. If you
Yeah,
don't
I
pick,
know, I'm
I'm going
sorry.
to. So,
Okay.
Run.
Well, okay. We'll run.
okay.
But-
See how far we get.
What's gonna happen is, well, I guess we're gonna need to do like some
so-
initiative.
Yeah, no one move your tokens too far if you guys are actually running at this point.
It's that meme. Dun, 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 dun. Run.
Do we want to do this now, or do we want to end here and do this next week? Because it is close to where we normally end,
How close?
like within 10 minutes.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
240 on here, so it'd be like... Yeah. 10 minutes.
So,
Yeah, probably. It seems like we're gonna get into some combat, so we probably
yeah.
would want to hold up.
Yeah,
Real
if
life
these guys
run.
are spellcasters. They may have ways to lock us down when we're going down the hallways and stuff like that.
I do think if we're backing off, we can kind of use that room as a choke. It sounds
That's
really
what-
bad.
That's where Merrick's. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
That's where Cube's thinking, but not where Reb is probably thinking.
no, Merrick's
If
thinking
Merrick's
I'm gonna
thinking
go around this corner, cast invisibility on myself, and then start fucking some people up as they come into a door.
Yeah. If we choke off in this area right here.
Who wants to be a hamster?
Oh, no.
Alright.
Go for the eyes, boo!
You know what? We'll pick up here next week and give you guys some time to plot. So,
Our
we have
run
to
comment
get it.
may not be entirely canon. We'll get back to
yeah.
you next week.
So
Yeah.
essentially, what happened is
Alright.
you have 5 words. Ryba says the 5 words. I said to get them out of here, and you guys just kind of look at each other, and we'll pick up there next week.
You did. The voice is dropping.
It's like you told me.
Ooh.
You told me they were out of here. You said they wouldn't be a concern.
Absolutely.
I did do that, didn't I? Oops.
Didn't I?
So, yeah. I want to thank people. I hope this has been enjoyable, and I hope the rest of this is enjoyable, because
Yeah.
I got some
Ruckus.
fun stuff planned.
Boy.
It's fun times.
Also, I want to give a shout out, though, to the players for not just going, oh, they're a cult, let's just murder them. Like,
Yeah.
just credit where it's due.
I mean, if we leave
Like-
Ryba alone, the shiny explosive things long enough.
We got to figure out what's
saying.
going on here before we just start indiscriminately murdering all of them.
That's
What?
one opinion.
We gotta find the
That's
reason for
always
the
been
discrimination murder.
Yeah.
It's always been Merrick's
Discriminately.
shtick, is, the captain that doesn't recklessly murder.
What the fuck? Clea just flash, 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 flash.
Okay.
I gotta reset the light, and it does like a pairing thing.
But yeah, we'll figure out what your guys' plan of. I don't want to say I guess plan of attack is, because
That's what it's coming to.
we'll
More
figure
than-
that out next week.
On Hobble Ball Z. Plan of internet. Retreat. Plan of retreat, not internet. I can't read. Don't at me. Oh no. I shouldn't have said that off. Thanks everybody for coming in. We have been playing Saltmarsh because Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, I got this. Don't
You
trust
really should have seen that coming.
I figured it from Steak. I did not expect all of you to just dogpile. Catpile.
We've been playing Saltmarsh because Jesus Christ, it's the
Yes.
reason for the season.
It's
Yeah.
Christmas in July.
This has been
Almost.
me running Ghost of Saltmarsh and actually like having a game started. I think what did we start at, level 1 or 2? I think it was 2.
1.
1,
Oh, we started.
No.
Yeah, I think.
two,
I don't
maybe.
remember.
3, 4.
God, that was legitimately a year ago at this point.
I think I came in at 3.
Yeah, you came in at level 3.
But y'all had already done a couple of things. There were like robot beetles and
There were some shenanigans already happening.
Yeah, you think you're getting dropped? Well, actually, Leah, you're getting dropped way deeper in. Honestly,
Yeah, all we
That's
had
fine.
was electric beetles, and now we've got oceans dropped twice, electric beetles.
It's fun to,
Grandmama
like-
is off doing shit. Cultists.
I have heard some stories of the group, but not a lot of stories of the group. So a lot of like when we're running into people and people know them, I'm like, introduce me. Like it's very legitimate, like curiosity from Varys.
yeah.
Because
Well,
Leah doesn't know either, which is nice.
we'll figure out what happens next week.
Yeah.
We love all of your faces. Don't forget to feed yourself, met yourself, and go to bed when you can, or want to, or have to. Have to? Something like that. Goodbye, everybody in chat.
They can wave.
The boss has...
I'm putting my dice away. Hold on,
DM
wait.
has lost his arms. Oh no!